All right, everybody, welcome back to the next part of my DVD collection overview. And in this episode, we're going to take a look at my science fiction or sci-fi collection, which basically begins here on this shelf and runs down to the next shelf, finishing up here. So, yeah, that's a pretty good collection. I've got some pretty good stuff that I'm quite proud of. So let's get to it. What do we have in the science fiction shelf here? First off, we have the classic James Cameron movie, The Abyss. Kind of long in places, but still great. Next, we have the first three Alien movies. Aliens, and Alien 3, of course. Great series. Someday I would like to own that Alien quadrilogy set, but I don't have that currently. Next we have Alien versus Predator, which of course most people do not consider to be canon, but still a lot of fun anyway, like that. Next we have Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox. That's the only one. I do not own the trilogy, so that's the only Back to the Future film that I own. Next we have the 4-disc special set of Blade Runner, the collector's edition. More Blade Runner than you could ever hope for. Next we have an underrated movie back from 1978 called Capricorn 1. It's about the government faking the moon landing, and or Mars landing rather, and yeah, pretty good there. Next we have Chronicle, which the special effects and the flying scenes, especially in this movie, are just amazing to me. I actually love that part of the film when they learn to fly. Next we have a great box set of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg, Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah, it's a great addition, great collection, and yeah, you're going to get Close Encounters on DVD. This is the set to get. Lots of great features on there. Next we have Jodie Foster in Contact. Next we have the original The Day the Earth Stood Still. Classic sci-fi. Love those movies from the 1950s. Next we have another great John Carpenter film with Kurt Russell, Escape from New York. I've always loved this movie. Next, of course, we have E.T. the Extraterrestrial, another Spielberg classic that everybody loves. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Next, we have Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill in Event Horizon. Still haven't watched that one yet. I need to get to that. Next we have Elisabeth Shue and Kevin Bacon in Holloman. Yeah, that starts off easy enough, and then the last half of the film gets really heavy and dark. Next we have the remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Sutherland. I'm trying to remember who, Karen Allen, that was in this as well. I'd like to get the original 1950s version of that as well. Just haven't done that yet. One of my more recent pickups, of course, is the very fun Mars Attacks. The movie where the bigger name star you are in this film, the quicker you die. It seems like everybody dies in this movie. I mean, for crying out loud, Jack Nicholson plays the president of the U.S. and he dies in this movie. So, you know, nobody is safe. Next we have double feature, Men in Black and Men in Black 2. And next we have the original Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston. Yeah, that's I'd like to have the entire run of Planet of the Apes movies. That's the only one that I do currently own, but I'd like to have all of those in a nice box set. Then we have the remake with Mark Wahlberg from a few years back, and I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. I quite enjoy it, actually. Next we have, of course, Rise of the Planet of the Apes that came out a few years ago. James Franco. Have not picked up the recent one. I'm not even sure if it's out yet on DVD. Next we have Predator and Predator 2 in a 2-pack. Of course, the first one with Schwarzenegger is a classic sci-fi. Next we have Robocop with a nice lenticular cover. There you go. Trying to get the images there where you can see them. Yeah, love Robocop. Another Schwarzenegger sci-fi movie, The Running Man. That's pretty awesome. Another M. Night Shyamalan movie, Signs, with Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix. Great one about alien invasion. Speaking of alien invasion, Skyline. Yeah, again, you know, a lot of people hated this movie, and you know, it was okay. It's not as bad. It's not a great movie, but not as bad as people make it out to be. Now we have the original Stargate with Kurt Russell and James Spader. All the other Stargate movies and TV shows and so on and so forth were spun off of that one. Oops, now we got some movies sticking together again. Next we have Starship Troopers, classic. Kind of long, but it's okay. Next we have Star Trek, the remake from a few years back, and we have Star Trek Into Darkness, the sequel there. Those are lots of fun to watch as well. Next we have the Terminator, of course Schwarzenegger, the classic, and then the one that everybody remembers the most, of course, Judgment Day, Terminator 2. That's the one everybody remembers, I think, the most of all. Next we have another great John Carpenter movie, The Thing, with Kurt Russell. Great remake. And, of course, the original, The Thing from Another World. Yeah, Howard Hawks' film. Another great 50s classic sci-fi horror movie. Here's a fun one, Time After Time. Yeah, with Malcolm McDowell and Mary Steenburgen and David Warner. Malcolm McDowell plays... oh gosh, I'm getting tired. H.G. Wells, thank you. I couldn't remember. H.G. Wells. And David Warner playing Jack the Ripper. And Jack the Ripper steals his time machine and goes forward into, well, this film was made in the 1970s, so it's late 70s San Francisco. And this goes from turn of the century London to late 70s San Francisco. And H.G. is chasing him through San Francisco and falls in love with Mary Steenburgen and all that good stuff. So it's a great movie, Time After Time. Very underrated sci-fi movie if you haven't seen it. I love it. Next we have another Schwarzenegger movie, Total Recall. We have Transformers. And Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. I do not have the third Transformers movie. I think those two are enough. Next we have the Disney classic sci-fi Tron, and of course the Tron Legacy follow-up to that as well. I find the storylines in Tron to be a little bit hard to follow at times. You got to really pay attention. However, the visuals are just so much fun to watch, and so that's why I like it. Next we have the collection of V, which was a mini-series and then a series and special made-for-TV movies and all that great stuff. We have the collection here. I do not have the recent remakes, though. These are all the original sets. This is, of course, V, the original mini-series from TV. And then we have the complete TV series that ran in a nice box set. And then the follow-up, the final battle in a nice nice set there that opens up. So very good. Like I said, I need to get the recent remake. Next we have the special collector's edition of the War of the Worlds, from the 1950s. Wonderful classic sci-fi. And then don't forget the Spielberg Tom Cruise remake of War of the Worlds, which has some great scenes in its own right. Next we have Westworld, another classic sci-fi. Yeah, with Yul Brynner, and sort of an amusement park where you can make your dreams come true, except all of the animatronics and robotics go wrong, go terribly, terribly wrong. I'm a huge X-Files fan. Of course, if you've seen previous videos, you'll hear me talking about the X-Files a lot. This is the movie that came out between after season 5. I think it was between 5 and 6 season. This is the X-Files Fight the Future. Great movie. Whereas the second one that came out post-series, I want to believe, not so great, but I am an X-Files fan and I'll support the franchise. Therefore, I have the movie. So there we go. Alright, well that completes the sci-fi section. Thanks for watching. Next up will be sports movies about sports. So thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.